Hello and welcome. I'm Saeed from storyplanet.net. Dive right into the essence of the most captivating books without reading them cover to cover. Whether you're on the go, at the gym, or just relaxing at home, we offer you a unique and enriching listening experience. Today, we are exploring the book, Dare to Lead, New Version, a creation by Brené Brown. In Dare to Lead, 2018, Brené Brown delves into the topic of cultivating the courage to lead a successful team. Through her extensive research and expertise as a leadership coach, she reveals how one can embrace their emotions, overcome the fear of failure, and emerge as a bold leader amidst the fierce competition in today's world. Before we delve into these revelations, it's interesting to note that Brené Brown, a research professor at the University of Houston, explores themes of courage and empathy in her work. Her book, Daring Greatly, published in 2012, achieved great success by topping the New York Times bestseller list. Additionally, her TED Talk, titled The Power of Vulnerability, has garnered over 30 million views, making it one of the most watched TED Talks in history, ranking within the top 5. With 6 key ideas to unveil, brace yourself for a deep dive into this captivating book on storyplanet.net. To start, this text is inviting the reader to learn how to lead with courage and is highlighting the potential benefits they can gain from doing so. Managers and executives worldwide are seeking to improve their leadership skills. The secret to great leadership lies in vulnerability, speaking one's truth, courage, and sticking to one's values. This article focuses on practical ways to embrace vulnerability and the significance of making decisions from a place of true conviction. Key idea number 1. Start your leadership journey by changing your perspective on vulnerability. Vulnerability is often associated with weakness, but it is actually an act of courage. It involves being honest with yourself and your team and speaking your mind. Vulnerability is a superpower that can transform you into a great leader. It is the cornerstone of innovation and creativity and requires being open and comfortable with failure. Key idea number 2. Creating moments for true vulnerability involves creating a safe and accepting environment where individuals feel comfortable expressing their emotions and opening up. Key elements include active listening, empathy, non-judgment, and trust. By fostering an atmosphere of support, people are more likely to feel secure enough to be vulnerable, which can lead to deeper connections and personal growth. Courageous leaders carve out time for honest feedback and conversations from the heart. Brené Brown, an example of a courageous leader, learned from her employees that her unrealistic time management was causing them to struggle. She was grateful for the feedback because being clear is being kind. Many people avoid being clear in conversations because they believe it's kinder or easier, but this avoidance can lead to bigger problems in the long run. To address issues, leaders should create regular check-ins with their team and get curious about their concerns. It's uncomfortable at first, but it gets easier after 8 seconds. Leaders don't need to have immediate answers, but they should show commitment to finding solutions. Key idea number 3. The text refers to the importance of creating meeting spaces that foster a company culture of sharing and honesty. Using permission slips in meetings is a great way to establish a culture of vulnerability and curiosity. These slips allow team members to do a self-check-in before the meeting starts, identifying their fears, hopes, and intentions. This creates an intimate and accountable sharing space within the meeting. Permission slips can be used individually or as a group, and they set the tone for the meeting. They also provide an opportunity to hold each other accountable and provide feedback on how well individuals are fulfilling their permissions. Key idea number 4. Utilize meetings to address and fill in any missing information or knowledge gaps. Organizations are made up of people who seek patterns and stories to make sense of their work. The brain craves clear narratives and dislikes uncertainty. Bad storytelling can be dangerous in a business because it can lead to misunderstandings and misinformation. Leaders should strive for transparency and provide as much information as possible to their teams. Regular check-ins can help identify and address any incorrect narratives or assumptions. By fostering an open and vulnerable environment, leaders can create a more transparent company culture. Key idea number 5. Clarifying your core values provides guidance and confidence in making decisions. Values are important in guiding decisions and actions. When faced with challenges, values motivate us to keep going. Courage and faith were the key values identified by Brené Brown in her research. Most leaders have 10 or more core values, but the most courageous ones anchor themselves to just 2. Having a shorter list of values makes them actionable and meaningful. Identify your 2 most important values and let them guide your behavior, especially in difficult times. Key idea number 6. The pursuit of perfection hinders effective leadership, bravery, and personal development. The text discusses the importance of embracing vulnerability and overcoming the blocker of perfectionism in order to live and lead with courage. Perfectionism is often rooted in the desire for approval and can lead to a damaging cycle of people-pleasing and competitiveness. Perfectionism is also associated with addiction, depression, and anxiety. By letting go of the need to be perfect and embracing the possibility of making mistakes, one can develop the courage to succeed and lead. In conclusion, opening yourself up to vulnerability allows for the development of courage and creativity. Letting go of perfectionism and fear of failure fosters self-improvement and the ability to have important conversations with colleagues. It is important to explore and understand your emotions instead of numbing them with unhealthy coping mechanisms. Identifying the root cause of your feelings allows for finding true comfort and relief. Thank you for listening to this summary. If you enjoyed this exploration, we invite you to discover other fascinating books on storyplanet.net. Don't wait any longer. A multitude of books, stories, and knowledge await you there. See you soon on storyplanet.net.